Dave Stevens' artwork is taking the world by storm. But what are the best covers? Stay tuned to find out. Welcome back, Gainers, to another incredible, exciting, fantastic episode of ComicGains! And if you're new to the show, I'm Adam.
I'm Zach, and this is the Princess of Royal Highness, looking very lovely, just like usual, doing the princess wave you do to bow down and respect, and of course, there's the Coco dog.
There's the Coco. We're gonna showcase Coco's favorite artist of all time, Dave Stevens. Yeah. This is a really amazing episode, guys. We are bringing back the top 10 best covers for now, just every once in a while. This was a special one. Yeah, we are huge Dave Stevens fans in this house. Obviously, it's taking the world by storm. Everyone's kind of like paying attention to this artist who unfortunately passed away a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I'm glad everyone's enjoying his artwork right now, and it's really amazing. And we thought we'd dive into it and give you the world's top 10 Dave Stevens covers. And when I say the world, I mean the ComicGains crew.
Yeah.
The three of us put together our list.
And we're very opinionated. And almost always right.
Almost always right, yes. This is definitely the right. Now, this is, in our opinion, our favorite Dave Stevens cover. I want to say the best. Well, our favorite. More our favorite than the best, because I kind of like all of them, and that's a strange way to say it. But before we talk more about Dave Stevens, we gotta
I'm getting thirsty,
quench
guys.
this thirst.
I got some sparkling watermelon C4 to explode with flavor right in my mouth. It says natural energy. I find that suspect. But this is what it looks like, and I'm going to find out what it tastes like. 0 calories, guys.
Oh, yeah. Shotgun it. Shotgun that C4.
It will not break your fast, allegedly.
Shotgun the C4.
No. Ooh, that's strong. It bursts full of flavor. Oh! Ooh.
Flavor crystals bursting in my mouth. Makes me want to burn this mother down.
Come on, Pookie. Yeah, it was Pookie. Come on, Pookie. Let's burn this mother down.
All right, guys. Before we get into the list, in case you're new to Dave Stevens or you're wondering who he is, I only recently found out about his artwork over the past couple of years, and it's blown my mind. I've definitely put him in my top favorite artists of all time, and I credit learning about Dave Stevens. I have to say, the princess turned me on to Dave. I did not know she knew about him before I did, and a really good friend of mine on Whatnot, Cinema Chan, who is probably the all-time Dave Stevens guy. Check him out on Whatnot if you just want to hear more about Dave Stevens, as well as some other. Nola's a big, if you're out there. Don't want to name everybody that's talked about Dave Stevens, but an amazing dude. And just some backstory on him. He, if you guys are familiar with Rocketeer that came out, they made like a Disney movie, I think back in the 90s, came out in the Star Slayer 2 comic book. We had his first appearance. He created this really, really cool character named Rocketeer who finds a rocket pack and fights bad guys. Something really cool. And the more recent reason why Dave Stevens has gotten really popular is in 2002, they did a special series for him on Amazon Prime. It's called Drawn to Perfection. So after you watch this, if you really enjoy these covers, go check that out. It will make you fall in love with this guy even more. And just an interesting character. He, without giving way too much into the documentary, he's basically would just draw things way too perfect, which is probably why he wasn't able to take off even more in the comic book world, because when they would give him jobs and artwork to do, it would take him way too long to do it. And for a reason, because it's so much better than what everybody else was doing, that, he just had few and far between covers, and unfortunately he passed away of cancer in 2008. So I never got to meet him in person. I wish I would have. Sounded like he was an amazing person to meet in person as well, and would have been really cool, right? Yeah. So, without further ado, let's get to the Gains crew top 10 favorite Dave Stevens covers of all time. And the way we did this is we came up with our top 10 favorite, and then we compared notes against them, and we saw which ones. There's actually quite a few that we all liked together, and we had to break it down into which ones we thought were the number one. So we're going to start at number 10. I need another hand, Zach. Number 10 on the list. That's That's 10 together. 10 right there.
Almost 15.
We've got Crossfire issue number 12. Made our number 10. This is Eclipse Comics 1985. And surprisingly, none of us have this. I wish. I'm going to be on the hunt for this one. This is the Marilyn Monroe cover. And basically homages Marilyn Monroe's death scene, or the way they found her, after she had passed, which still is a mystery, I guess, on how she actually died. We don't really quite know. They say it was a drug overdose, but it could have been the CIA. I don't know. You don't know.
It's always the CIA.
It could have been. Beautiful cover. Great cover. Fantastic. Yeah. Number 10. All right, number 9 on the list. We've got a goodie, but an oldie. This is Alien Worlds issue number 2, Pacific Comics, 1983. A lot of people really like this one a lot. The little guy on there, I guess, is like a character he likes to add on to covers. I don't even think he's even in the story that I'm aware of.
Ah, okay.
But it's like some little dude he likes to draw. And he adds them onto so he's on a bunch of the different covers that he's drawn. He adds that little guy in there.
That's funny.
It's kind of weird. It's interesting.
The
little jumping guy.
That guy?
Yeah, the little jumping dude. He adds them into stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
So fun part about a lot of Dave Stevens covers as well. And if you watch the documentary, they explain a lot. He likes to draw his ladies on the cover off of live models, and he has certain women who are special in his life at certain times, where maybe he was hanging out with that woman or dating that woman, but he uses them as a muse. So you can see these women that he was drawing based off of, and during the time in his life, the characters actually look very similar to those females that he was basing those characters off, which is really cool. And one of the women he drew off in the beginning was Betty Page, without actually dating her, I don't believe, because I believe she was quite a bit older than him. But that's the one he would use her old photographs and stuff from back in the day, which I don't know how old her photographs were, 40s or 50s,
probably
60s,
like
60s probably.
So
sense. He was using her photographs, and he would draw his characters based on her photographs. But then later on, he would base the characters off the women he was seeing. Really cool stuff. All right, back to the list. Number 8 on the list, and this one could have been number 1 in my heart. We got Vampirella, A Scarlet Thirst, issue number 0. This is Harris Comics from 1993. Nice. So definitely one of the more modern comics on the list of his stuff to make the list. And beautiful. I don't know. I would say this is, I don't know if Princess would be in the same boat. This is probably my favorite Vampirella cover, but I know Zach and Princess have other comics that they like, Vampirella-wise, but
Vampirella number 1.
Number 1, yeah, that's a good cover.
2,
definitely a good cover. But this one is pretty amazing, and I believe they reprinted this later on as a store exclusive. So if you're having a hard time finding this one and you want the store exclusive one too, or you want to collect all of them,
that's cool.
Yeah, definitely a cool book for sure. Love this cover. All right, we got into number 7 on the list. We have DNA Agents, issue number 24, 1985, and this is Eclipse Comics, which I actually think he did a lot of his best work under Eclipse, under the Eclipse one. Obviously, we unfortunately, none of the Rocketeer made the list. This one, although I do love the Rocketeer covers, these books mainly have showcased the female form, which is what he's known best for. But if you ever get a chance to read the Rocketeer, which is the original one was done by Pacific Comics, it actually took him 3 different publishing companies to finish the whole series. It's like Pacific printed the first couple, then they went out of business, and then he had to switch.
Comico.
Then he had to switch to Eclipse,
and then
Comico after that to get through all of them. But the not sad thing, but most of the best artwork that goes with Rocketeer is on the inside. So the covers are really good, but the inside has all the crazy, and most of those characters are drawn off Betty. The girl that's on the inside is drawn off of Betty for the inside. So if you get the splashes on the inside are pretty crazy. That's where the good artwork is. Like I said, the cover's good, but the interiors are way better. Number 6 on the list. we've got Vanguard Illustrated #2, 1984. And this is the first appearance of the Stargazers. So it's a key, as well as Eclipse Comics.
I really like, he must have been dating 3 ladies at this point, because there's 3 wonderful looking ladies on there. I hope so anyways.
Yeah, right?
And now I got every single one of those covers. I gotta see if they have that little jumping dude on there.
I don't know. I've seen him on a couple other ones, but I don't know if it's on
I don't see it on this one.
Yeah.
No, not on that one.
But nice cover. That he does a good job with the yellow backgrounds, as you will see coming up. But nice cover. It does very well proportionate women. A little more body accurate, I think.
Yeah.
You know, like obviously he's drawing off of a real female, but some of the women actually could possibly look like this, you know.
I would see like the boobs look like little pointy.
The breasts.
The breasts. The breasts like almost always seem like pointy, which not this one though. Weird. Well, no, that one. See, that one's pointy. See, the one that the DNA agents is a little pointy.
Yeah, that's a style back in the day. They used to actually like
I'm
make brassieres for women that were more pointy.
Yeah. The bullet bras, right?
Yeah, the bullet bras. Machine Gun Jubblies, how'd I miss those ones?
Oh my.
All right, #5. We're getting off the list, guys. We're trying to talk about breasts. We got Blackthorn 3D series issue #1 is the name of the book. That's the actual name of the book. I know.
Oh,
it says Sheena on there.
That's a mouthful right there.
Blackthorn 3D series issue #1, better known as the Sheena
3D
cover,
which is amazing. Which
is printed by Blackthorn Comics in 1985. I don't know if they must have not done very many others, but beautiful. The pose in that one is.
I believe it's a standalone too. I think they only had one issue.
Yeah, I think that's why they named it that way. So it's just someone asked them to draw like a really very beautiful Sheena, Queen of the Jungle book, which is cool that they were actually able to use that character in under another press, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Printing, yo.
Oh, that is really
because
cool.
Sheena's obviously a very well-known Golden Age character from Jungle Comics, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I always get confused. Is this the Sheena that eventually Khazar
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, I think so. If we're wrong, though, let us know in the comments if it's a different Sheena.
Crazy.
Bunch of Sheenas running around out there.
A lot of Sheenas.
But
I like more.
That's one of my favorite poses on that of any of those covers. The pose that she's making is
she almost got like a Catwoman kind of like pose.
Definitely. Queen of the Jungle. Queen of the Jungle. We've got #4 on the list, and if you're gonna go to the sky, you're gonna need an Airboy. Right?
Oh yeah.
Airboy issue #5.
I like how she wears those pants.
Yeah, I love and this is Eclipse Comics 1986. And that is the very similar pants, actually probably the same pants that the Rocketeer wears a lot. He wears those.
They're probably exactly the same.
Yeah, those are the exact same pants the Rocketeer wears. And this is really cool. What I like about Dave Stevens, what he would do for a lot of times Eclipse Comics, but other ones too, where he would draw random issues. So like this is just Airboy #5, and they're like, hey, can you draw this one cover? So he doesn't draw the other covers for Airboy. He just draws, mainly just this one cover. Just steps in, draws this awesome cover that blows everybody's mind. That you could have bought for 50 cents, guys. There's a 50-cent cover price on this book. In 1986, I wish I would have bought a lot of them for 50 cents because they're worth a lot more now. But Airboy's down at the bottom there, and the girl is the Valkyrie. So, really cool.
The Return of Valkyrie.
Mm-hmm. Dave Stevens style.
Big booty Valkyrie.
That's what she's known around these parts. All right, guys, we get down to the bottom. The top 3 was a little bit of a battle. We definitely argued about the top 3.
There was no argument about #1, though.
Yes, yeah. I'll say that. I gave you guys that. I have my own #1 and my real #1, but I'll go. You guys, they strong arm me into #1, guys.
Yeah.
They strong arm me. Princess put us in a chokehold. But me,
the battle was fierce.
Oh yeah! All right, #3 on the list. We got the 3D Zone. Don't forget, that's a hard one to remember. But this is the 3D Zone issue #16. I think better known as the Vixens cover.
Yes,
the Vixens cover. This is on our hunt list this year, guys. So this is on the hunt. It has taken off. I had seen this book as cheap as $50, and I should have bought it then. Probably. It's worth way more now. This is Renegade Press, 1985 is when this book came out, and beautiful yellow background on this one as well, and fantastic cover, fantastic 3D as well. Crazy these 3D books. I believe this one has the glasses attached inside, so I'm sure if you did want to get that graded, make sure you have those in there so you don't get the dreaded purple label. Green label on that one would be the green label.
Yes.
Which some of these ones, I don't know. There's some, I'd like graded, some I wouldn't. I don't know. The 3D ones, I don't know.
I would like to, because the covers are so amazing, but the problem is
if you press it, right?
You can't press it. Well, you might be able to press it. You have to make it like a little form. But like you're slapping up a book that has 3D glasses.
Yeah.
I just seems kind of wrong.
It does seem wrong. Yeah.
It does seem wrong.
All right. Number 2 on the list, and maybe you can guess or not guess which one you think is number 1 or number 2. Guess right now.
Guess right now. Comment down below before you see this.
Yeah.
Pause it. Comment down below. All right.
Did you get it right? Because number 2 is Johnny Quest. Number 5. Oh, we got Comco Comics 1986. This is the Jezebel Jade cover.
Oh, Jezebel.
Which I think this may be the most beautiful woman he has on any cover. In my humble opinion, a special book to me as well. You got Johnny, you got Haji, you got the dog, you got Jade looking fantastic. Just an amazing cover. And there's a nice little story that goes along with him doing these Johnny Quest covers. His actual mentor is one of the original creators of Johnny Quest.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so that was his mentor, created this really cool, cartoon and drew a lot of the old comic books back in the day. And then that's why he came on and when they were like, we're revamping the book, it's going to come out. I would like to, can you come on and do some covers? I think he actually did 2 or 3 covers for it, I believe.
3 covers.
Yeah, at least a couple covers for him. This is by far the best one. And I think he helped do some of the interiors on some of the other, do some of the inking on some of the interiors as well. But yeah, it's fun. And I think this probably led him to do the Rocketeer, where it's like he learned from a guy that created something that became popular and was able to push it to other mediums into the cartoon world and stuff like that. And by creating Rocketeer, was able to push that into the movie, world, and getting picked up by Disney, which is a huge deal.
Huge.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the you want to talk about OG comic book movies. Rocketeer is one of the OG.
I know it's good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Solid movie.
I really enjoyed it.
The casting was perfect in that. Perfect casting on that. But an amazing book, and this is one that I remember seeing this on Cinema Chan's Whatnot show where he was just giving it away. And it was just at the beginning of the Dave Stevens craze, and this was one of the ones that was the lower tier books. Everyone's it's a great cover, but there's so many other ones that are much more valuable. Not anymore. This is now one of the sought after books to go after, which is crazy that it went from
Yeah. I found multiple copies of this. Adam found multiple copies of this.
You won't find them
Princess
anymore.
found multiple copies of this. Not so much now.
They're a back wall book now for sure. You're not going to be finding these in bins, which is crazy. And the number 1 book in the world for Dave Stevens is in a bag.
It's in the bag.
It is Planet Comics number 1. This is also Blackthorn, done by Blackthorn, 1988. This is a special book. And it has, this is actually the resurrection of a Golden Age series. Planet Comics was an old Golden Age series. And just a beautiful book.
Amazing series.
Just the shape of the female form on the cover there is just cool. The way she's laying back off the space bike. And it's a really, really cool, really cool book. There's
cool.
the other Sheena Jungle cover. I'm surprised we were able to find that book at all. That's a hard book to find.
And then there's, I believe, 2 versions of this. One's more expensive than
there is the Canadian price variant.
That's right.
There's a Canadian price variant, but it's hard to say because those are so hard to find. If you get any of those, but Dave Stevens, man, has just. It's everyone just finally discovered how good his stuff is, and it's amazing. It's nice. It's too bad that we lost him way too soon, but you can enjoy his work Keep on enjoying him. That's like the best way to, I think, celebrate someone is by remembering them. And this is a cool way. At least now, up in heaven or wherever you think Dave Stevens is, he'll know that people are enjoying his stuff forever and ever. And hopefully they enjoy it for hundreds, if not thousands of years from now, are still enjoying his stuff. And people like us will be making these random YouTube videos about his stuff, enjoying him, and we never even got to meet him, but we're still like enjoying his stuff, which I think is
really cool.
Maybe
people can enjoy the stuff 200 years from now watching our YouTube videos. ComicGains,
enjoying us, enjoying him.
Dave Stevens, and that's how you get those games.
Right? So this is really fun doing the top 10 list, guys. Like I said, Monday is always going to be kind of a random show for us. We're going to be switching up. We will keep the drop list. It'll be once a month. So we want to keep up on our favorite drop comics. So we know, because we've been buying stuff based on the drop list, and we want to make sure we keep that going. So it's only going to be once a month. So definitely leave comments down below. I want to hear what your guys' top 10 Dave Stevens. If not, give us your top 3. Give us your top 5. I want to hear what your favorite Dave Stevens cover. And I feel like the strange thing about Dave Stevens books too is like, they keep popping up. It's like there's ones that like people didn't know about, and then you're like, hey, did you know that there was an Elvis Dave Stevens cover that's coming out of nowhere that's getting hot? Did you know he did Crazy Girls? That's like a random book coming out of nowhere. There's like all these great Betty Page. It's like he did interiors for Star Wars books that people needed him to like redo to make them better, and that are all of a sudden showing up that people are getting really pumped about. So there's new Dave Stevens books all the time, kind of in a strange way. There's new ones showing up that people didn't know about.
I'm gonna hunt the new.
Anyway, give us a like, give us a subscribe, leave a comment down below, hit the notification bell so you know when we're going to be on the show on Wednesdays. And Zach, you got anything special to round it out?
Yeah, you gotta share how you do that. Over a period of years, you buy these rare, cool comics that no one's even thinking about, and then eventually you have a stack of, let's say, Planet Comics #1, and then suddenly they're worth thousands of dollars a piece, and you're like, yeah, that's how you get those gains over a long period of time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, this is like the epitome of enjoy what you like, and either something good comes out of it, or you just enjoy what you like. People just enjoyed this artwork, and something good came out of it. Until we see you next time, stay safe and remember,
get those comic gains.
Get 'em.
Every single one.